Hello everyone, my name is Lowko, and welcome to a new StarCraft II cast. This time we got a game between two of my favorite players of all time. We got a game between EG.Stephano spawning as the pink Zerg in the bottom right corner of Ohana LE. And his opponent for this game is going to be one of the most earned players of all time. It's actually going to be none other than LG-IMMVP. And yes, you heard that good. This guy is actually being sponsored by LG right now. So, if you haven't watched StarCraft II at all, I'm going to explain just a little tiny bit of what those guys are known for. LG-IMMVP is actually known for winning the GSL 4 times. The GSL is the biggest StarCraft II tournament, and he was utterly dominating the scene for a few months. About half a year back, he actually won the biggest tournament in StarCraft II and the highest skill level of StarCraft II 4 times. And he also won a WCG, a BlitzCon, MLG, IEM. He just won a lot of stuff, and in total he actually earned a little bit over $333,000 just from cash prizes, of course. And of course he also has a team salary and all that kind of shit. So it's good to assume this guy probably earned over $500,000 playing StarCraft II for the last 2 years or so. But his opponent for this game is going to be the Foreign Hope. He's one of the most popular Zerg players of all time. Probably even more popular than MVP, because of course he is French and he isn't Korean. In StarCraft II there's always a little bit of this rivalry going on, because Koreans want to beat the non-Koreans, and when a non-Korean wins versus a Korean, the entire StarCraft II scene is all over the place. But lately, actually, I'm not gonna lie, the foreign community has been doing really fucking good. They are... Oh my god, I said fucking, I'm sorry. They have been doing really good, because they've been winning so much versus Koreans, and the Koreans are just... They just have to really start watching out for the foreigners, because they really start catching up a lot more. But of course the Brood War Professionals recently switched over, so that makes it, you know, it makes it a little bit even. Probably when Heart of the Swarm gets released, the Brood War Professional gets really good. However, let's talk about this game just a little bit. We see on the MVP side of things, we see a command center followed up by a barracks. So a command center first. However, he is getting the command center on the high ground just to be a little bit safe. As you can see, the Zerglings will be able to run up this ramp, but instead of putting the command center on the low ground right here, he will need to lift it up a little bit, but he will be able to get a marine out there if Stephano opted to go for an early pull. But besides that, excuse me, for Stephano we actually see a hatchery first going down, followed up by a spawning pool early on. So he's probably gonna get double queening right now. There we go, bam, and yeah. So I actually forgot to mention, I looked this up earlier, how much Stephano earned in total right now in tournament money. Of course that is excluding his team salary as well. This guy earned a little bit over $212,000 in StarCraft II prize money. So that's also a lot of money for someone. I believe he's 18 or 19 years old. Yeah, he's 19 now. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's a lot of money. And MVP, I believe, is 21 years old right now. But it's always a little bit confusing, because the Korean age is a little bit different than the foreigner age, or the Western age, you should say. Oh well. Let's get a look into this game. He's actually following the barracks up with a factory, and he's also already getting the second gas guys are going up. Completely standard Terran player right here. Most likely gonna get a barracks on the low ground, maybe right there. Maybe right there, depends on where he wants it. Just to be safer as any kind of link bailing roach aggression that Stephano might be doing. And he's following it up with a factory because he wants to get a reactor out. There we go, the factory, or the reactor going down, to get the Hellions on the map. Of course, this is Wings of Liberty, so he doesn't have the option to go for any kind of Widow Mines just yet. I'm really interested how that is actually going to be working out, but yeah. Looks like he's actually gonna make one Hellion right now for scouting purposes, and then getting 2 more from the reactor, I imagine. He's also gonna get a starport, so he's most likely going to be using this barracks after making the reactor to use it to make a tech lab. Of course, to switch over the tech lab with the starport to start the Banshee production. That is the current meta game of the Terran play versus Zergs. However, yeah, there we actually can see he is going to start the tech lab right there, and you can see the double Alien production going down right now. So completely standard play right there for the Terran opponent. But meanwhile on the other side of the map we see double gas being taken for Stephano, already getting his third gas up as well. And he is getting a Roach Warren right now and an Evolution Chamber. Most likely just going to use this Roach Warren to make a few roaches to defend against Hellions, because like I already mentioned, Terrans are going for this style for quite some time and they always need to be safe. And like just a few roaches are going to keep you safe completely. He's most likely gonna start. Oh my god! I was gonna say he's most likely gonna start the +1/+1, but he's actually starting the +1 range attack, the missile attack for the roaches and Hydralisk of the Zerg units and the queens maybe. But besides that, yeah, maybe he just wants to stick with more and more roaches, to be honest, because there's really no reason why you would get the range upgrade or the missile upgrade in your evolution chamber. Because when you think about it, if you are a Zerg player, the +1 missile or the +1 melee upgrade is going to help you out a lot more long term, because Zerglings benefit from it, Ultralists benefit from it, Broodlords benefit from it, and just all high-tech Zerg units actually benefit from the missile or from the melee attack. So I really don't get why he's going for a missile attack upgrade, and he's also not getting a third base just yet. A little bit awkward player right here from Stephano, getting the lair up right now after starting the +1/+1, and it looks like he's going to send a drone right now, but this drone is probably going to be greeted by a Hellion. Is he going to actually be able to kill it? That'd be huge if he actually gets this one. And it does look like, yeah, he actually does manage to do so, so Stephano will need to send another drone out. Oh well, let's take a look on the other side of the map. What is going on right here? Looks like, is there a Banshee out on the map already, or did I miss it? There we go, he's actually the Banshee. The Banshee doesn't have any kind of kill right now. Looks like he is getting the cloaking upgrade. The cloaking upgrade just finished. The second Banshee is out almost as well. And here we go, the cloaking is finished, and he's actually going to fly in this one Banshee right now, being cloaked and all, and the Queen isn't able to hit it, and he's straightly going after the drones. However, there's already a Spore Crawler on the map right now, because apparently Stephano realized that there's one on the map. And here we go, he's also having a Overseer right now that will be able to detect the Banshee from flying across the map. And he's actually, oh, is he going to get it? Oh, huh? What happened right there? He didn't get that, even though he hit it? Oh well, looks like he's just going to be harassing a little tiny bit more while the third base is going down for Stephano. Stephano meanwhile just gonna go for the +2/+2, I imagine, still sticking with the missile upgrade right now. And he's also starting in Hydralisk then. What the hell is this? Oh well, looks like the third command center is out right now for LG-IMMVP. And let's take a look. Does Stephano know about this? No, he doesn't realize that it is out. He actually did scout that there's standard Terran play going on. The first armory already going down, so he might switch into tech or into mech a little bit later on. Hard to say, because he isn't going for double. He might just be using this for the tank upgrades. However, there's also no engineering base down just yet to go in into any kind of marine marauder upgrades. But here we go. As you can see on the production tab, 8 Hydralisk are going down right now. No infestation pit whatsoever. So I'm really curious what Stephano is going to be using those Hydralisk for. Because of course, tanks just eat this unit composition. I'm not gonna lie, once you see this unit composition as a Terran, just build a bunch of tanks and it will be incredibly strong. However, I'm going to be curious how this is going to be working out. He's most likely going to do a +2/+2 Roach Hydra timing push. Or is he? He's actually already moving across the map while he notices that this third base is most likely up. Does he actually know about this? No, he can't see that this third base is up already. However, this is actually going to be an interesting timing, because as you can see, MVP only has a bunch of Hellions out, which are going to be completely massacred by this army. He only has 2 siege tanks right now and a few marauders right now on the map somewhere. But there we go, he's actually going to be moving into the third base right now of IMMVP, and it has only 2 siege tanks. 1 siege tank is in range, the second siege tank is in range right now as well. The Banshee is in range right now as well, but he's most likely going to target fire both tanks. Here we go, the second tank going down as well, and he's doing a lot of damage right now. Holy shit, this is like really exciting, because we haven't seen Hydralisk in the StarCraft II metagame for like the last year or so, just because they get completely owned by Hellion tank. But it looks like by getting just a few of those Hydralisk, they give so much extra DPS to this Roach Hydra army that he will be able to kill off most of the army that IMMVP is having right now. And as you can see, EGStephano is already pushing ahead with 131 supplies versus only 54. Might be able to also get a lot of damage done on this command center, but of course IMMVP is not going to be able to give it up. But Stephano isn't done yet with the aggression. He's actually morphing a hive right now in his main base meanwhile, and he's just going to be pushing more and more into this army. He's actually going to target fire those tanks, so he most likely wants to stick with more and more roaches right now. You can see more and more roaches even walking into this area right now. He's actually sacrificing all the roaches to kill off siege tanks, and as long as MVP doesn't get a lot of siege tank out on the map, Stephano will be able to overrun him eventually with roaches and maybe a few Hydralisk as well. Meanwhile, he's also taking the fort base, it's already about to be finished. The hive is already about to be finished, so you can start the +3/+3 upgrade. The Terran isn't mining from his third base, and he has a really tiny army. Not a lot of workers either. Let's actually take a look. What is the hotkey for the workers tab? The workers. Oh my god, what is the worker tab? Units killed, F9. There we go. He actually killed 40 SCVs this game. Holy beep. So this is I don't even know how this just worked. Like, Stephano somehow made just Roach Hydralisk work against Terrans. And people told me to watch this game because it's awesome, but I didn't realize there were Hydralisk in this game and Roaches in this game versus Terran. Look how many Roaches. And the +2/+2 is finished right now. It's actually starting the +3/+3, and the tanks only have +1. Is it actually... Yeah, that's actually the Crucial Shock Cannon upgrade. They have only +1 upgrade on that right there. The Hellions as well, and he's actually double upgrading those with armorers right now. But what is he going to be able to do? A few Hellions moving across the map, trying to get a few drone skills at the potential fort base, but he doesn't realize that the fort base is taken right now for Stephano. Yeah, he doesn't know about this base being up already. And meanwhile, we see the we only see just now that the evolved, the metabolic boost upgrade is only just now going down. He's getting the Earthless Den right now as well, but he is going to get more and more aggressive, not going to allow MVP to actually take this third base on the other side of the map, and he still has so many roaches. Does MVP realize that this army is right there? Looks like he doesn't, but here we go. He's actually going to run into this siege tank. A lot of siege tanks are here right now, but Stephano having superior upgrades by far. The roaches not being hit all that much, and he might be able to clean up all those tanks. Meanwhile, he's also denying the third base from mining completely. Might be able to pick up more and more drones or SCVs as well, and IMMVP actually GG's out of this game. So, oh my god, I'm going to do a StarCraft II episode on this game, guys. I haven't seen this game before, but holy shit, we need to figure out how Stephano did this. So I want to thank you guys all for watching, and I see you again. Bye!